Hi, I'm Brian Hoffman with the East Bay Chamber of Commerce. I am the Public Relations Committee Chair, and I am here with Bob Gard, who is the President of MagSeal. We are here in Warren, Rhode Island. And Bob, I'm hoping you can tell us a little bit about MagSeal and how long the company's been around, what it is you guys
Sure.
do here.
Yeah. Well, the company's been here for well over 65 years. Family roots started in West Barrington back in 1954. Was owned by the same family, the Colby family, for 3 generations for over 65 years until December of last year, where the principals who I worked for, Tom and Jeff, decided to exit the business, and we were fortunate enough to sell the company to an established aerospace corporation in California called Ducommun Corporation.
Okay.
So we are now called Magnetic Seal LLC.
Okay.
So been around for many, many years in this part of the area, and always been a big part of the East Bay community.
And what do you guys, what do you make here?
We make highly engineered seals. I'm not sure if you can see this on the video, but these seals go on all types of auxiliary equipment, fuel pumps, rotors, gearboxes for aircraft, both fixed wing and what we call rotary craft or helicopters. We sell to every branch of the U.S. Armed Forces, from the Army to the Navy to the Air Force to the Marines to the U.S. Coast Guard. Because of their platforms and equipment, we are on every state-of-the-art equipment in the Air Force arsenal, including the Apache. We've been making engineered seals for over 65 years in this place. Most of our product is made in-house. We purchase a few components domestically, so we do not rely on any international sourcing. It's really, proud to say, made in the USA.
And is everything made right here in Warren, or?
Except for the buy items like simple O-rings and some carbons that we buy from local sources and companies around the U.S.
Okay. You had already answered, I was going to ask you about your customers, but it sounds like it's...
Yeah, Boeing, Pratt Whitney, Honeywell, Rolls-Royce, anybody that's making either second tier or primary equipment for all the aircraft, both civil and military.
Very cool.
Yes.
How many people do you employ here?
We have about 65 full-time employees. We do a temp to hire, so we have a couple of temporary folks that we hire with the aspirations of those folks eventually becoming a full-time employee. We've been using the temporary agencies locally to bring in resources. As we know, talent in the area to get folks from manufacturing experience has been a challenge. So the temp to hire has been a way for us to actually get folks that we focus more on the fit and the culture first, because we are definitely willing to train folks, especially in today's times. We've trained a lot of folks coming in without any manufacturing experience, of all types, coming from Subway to, different industries, coming into our environment, because it really is very unique to these seals. There's a lot of grinding, a lot of CNC, so that temp to hire has been helpful for us to find folks that either don't want to work here or may not fit to our values and expectations.
Yeah, that's great. So you are looking to bring on new people?
Yeah, we've been hiring even since COVID. We stayed flat in sales through COVID.
Okay.
We are growing rapidly, even faster with the Ducommun ownership. We've invested over $1 million in 8 months in new technology and new machinery.
Wow.
We basically can't hire enough folks fast enough. We have about a half a dozen openings in the shop floor, from entry level to experienced CNC machinist to...
What is CNC? You've said that a couple
CNC
times.
is a numerically controlled machine that will produce the machine parts out of a bar stock. We just acquired a new mill turn, a new Mazak mill turn that actually makes turn pots and milling all in one operation, so it actually does a complete setup, versus last year we would do it in 3 machines. Now we have 1 machine that does it all in one. So looking for folks that have that experience. We're also hiring engineering, because we have a lot of new development going on with a lot of new customers like Honeywell, for new programs for the military as well as commercial, as well as miscellaneous office folks, whether it's purchasing, whether it's regional sales. So we have about a dozen openings right now.
Okay. And is there an ideal type of candidate you look for? You mentioned culture is a big thing.
Yeah,
so...
fit. We're still a very small family type environment.
Yeah.
Folks that are willing to get involved in a lot of different things. We still do a lot of things for the community beyond just the four walls in this facility. We like people that like to come to work hard, have fun, get engaged with everybody they work with, become a team with a common goal.
Yeah.
If you took a tour out there, you'll get a sense that everybody's working on the same activities, servicing the needs of our customers, willing to learn and develop. We've promoted folks within continuously. We've provide resources for folks to expand their capabilities, whether it's college, whether it's technical, whether it's personal development. So somebody that's willing to come in and grow with us.
That's great. I was going to ask you about the Manufacturer CEO Roundtable. So your company's been a part of it for a long time, and can you tell me a little bit about that group and
Sure.
what you get from it?
I joined earlier this year, so I'm very new to the team. The prior principal, Tom Colby, with the change in ownership, asked me to step in his chair. I was allowed and approved by the roundtable to join. I think it's a great group of local businesses. Right now, I get the sense the biggest opportunity is really networking, because a lot of companies in this region are small enough but have a lot of the same challenges,
Sure.
and sharing our experiences, helping each other out. Sometimes just whether it's socially or just a problem that's somebody has encountered and uncovered, or networking. We have a lot of span in that group, from a lot of different experiences and folks, and I think it's just that camaraderie and helping out and just learning about each other and sharing each other's capabilities.
And so it's all manufacturing companies that are located on the East Bay?
So right now, I think it's about 10 companies around East Bay area. We employ, I think, well over, I think a couple thousand employees.
That's great.
Together, so we have the common challenges of whether it's resources or drawing people to this area, because I know we've struggled with only drawing people from East Bay, not the West Bay, for employment. It's very difficult to get resources. We do have some folks coming from the Providence area, but just a network, we find a lot of people really work very close to where they live on this side of the state.
Sure. How long have you been a member of the East Bay Chamber of Commerce?
Well, I don't know. I think many years. I would say well over 15 years. I think Mr. Colby may be one of the ones that started that, the father of the two principals. Richard Colby probably started 20-something years, probably when it first started.
Nice.
He was very active in the community and did a lot around the city.
And what sort of value has the Chamber brought to you?
Oh, I think right now I'm getting to know everybody. I'm still the newbie on the team, myself and one other person. So we're getting to learn each other, understand what we can tap into and reach out to each other. So I'm really excited about every meeting, getting to visit and see other manufacturing and see how other people do things, because you can always learn, even though we just went to Blount Boats, and I was really impressed to see what they can do. Granted, it's not seals, but you can always learn and maybe help each other out. So being a manufacturing guy in a business like I have, learning from each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And if there's one thing you wish more people knew about MagSeal, what would it be?
Yeah, I think we're still the same old MagSeal in terms of the culture, the feel, even though the Colby family isn't behind us. The Ducommun Corporation now allows us to offer all those benefits and perks that large corporations can have for employees, whether it's retirement savings, employee stock purchase plans. We just had our first winner for the Ducommun Scholarship Award. So one of our manufacturing engineers' daughters won a college scholarship that will be on for her 5 years at school.
That's great.
Things that we could never really offer under a private ownership, but we still have that very family feel. So we develop people, but now we have the benefit of having all the corporation type stuff that we can now compete with some of the larger companies in the state for the same talent.
That's great. Well, thank you for doing this, Bob.
Oh, you're very
It's
welcome.
really nice to meet you. And yes, this is MagSeal in Warren, Rhode Island.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good job.